Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, a fragrance that exceeded my expectations. I do like the House. I think they have a lot of great scents when it comes to performance, but sometimes it can be a little bit daring for my environment and surrounding. However, this one here is definitely a doozy. You guys want to hear all about Sensual Instinct, and it's coming up right now. Let's do this. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the newest, or one of the newest releases from MONTALE Parisian house, of course, Sensual Instinct. Now, MONTALE is a partner fragrance house, or it is owned by the same parent company that owns MONTALE. They're from Paris, and the perfumer behind their composition is none other than Pierre Montale. Niche fragrance house MONTALE started back in 2003, and up to right now, 2019, they have over 130 fragrances in their portfolio. Sensual Instinct is an oriental vanilla fragrance, and you can find this particular fragrance in the 100 ml bottle, just like this one, with the little jigma thing that makes a little, clingy noise that we all love, where MONTALE fragrances are sold for 170 USD for a 100 ml bottle like this. This is an eau de parfum concentration, and of course I'll have the link below where I got mine if you guys want to check out this one. Presentation with MONTALE fragrances is pretty much cookie cutter. You've seen one, you've seen them all. The only difference is really the color scheme and the collections within the house, but the sprays are actually quite good with these fragrances. And they're very potent, they're very powerful juices, which makes them a crowd favorite within the fragrance community. So here's the deal. You guys know in the fragrance community, whenever there's a fragrance that becomes very popular, fragrance houses will tend to gravitate towards making flankers or fragrances that are inspired by those scent profiles. We've seen that with Creed's Aventus, we've seen that with Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather, and of course we've seen it with the latest, which is really hyped right now, which is Baccarat Rouge 540. Over the past year or so, it's been getting a ton of hype, and hence the fact that this particular fragrance is probably inspired by that fragrance. However, it does its own thing. You gotta understand why as we get into what do I get from this scent. So I do have the dry down on this hand. I'm gonna give myself a fresh spray. Not that I need to, because it's already radiating in the whole room right now, but I'm gonna give myself a little small blast here. What I do love about this particular fragrance is that unlike Baccarat Rouge 540, it starts boozy. You get a really nice whiskey note that it's very boozy, it's very inviting. Just like the name says, Sensual Instinct, it does give you a very sensual vibe, a very sexy kind of a aura about the scent. Love that boozy whiskey. You do get a lot of aromatic components like saffron that gives like a leathery undertone. You do get a beautiful cardamom note that's very big and full. And there's also roasted coffee here that comes to play when you get into the heart and into the dry down, which is really breathtaking. And here is where the fragrance takes that gourmand oriental feel that I spoke to you guys about that you don't get with Baccarat Rouge 540. When you get deep into the heart and you get into the dry down of the fragrance, you get an amazing vanilla accord that's surrounded by cacao. You get like a chocolatey feel, as well as a tiramisu accord dessert that you get with this fragrance. So when you put it all together and you crush it all together on your skin, it just makes for a beautiful scent. I'm telling you right now, if you do like Baccarat Rouge 540, you're going to be blown away by this fragrance. Like I said, they could be brothers or cousins, but this one here just takes it to the next level, meaning on my skin, Baccarat Rouge 540 is more of a linear scent. This one here transitions beautifully. You get that boozy kind of accord with the whiskey that transitions to that roasted coffee. Then you get that roasted coffee, by the way, it's a little bit, reminiscent of Intense Cafe, but then it goes into that beautiful tiramisu, cacao, and vanilla woodsy kind of dry down that is just uncanny. So I know you guys are gonna ask me, hey Max, if you could only have one between Sensual Instinct and Baccarat Rouge 540, it is for you guys to decide, because fragrance is very subjective. However, when you factor in the price, the amounts per mil that you get, the performance, and the scent itself, you might like this one a little bit more, because again, it's only $170 for 100 mil. I know Baccarat Rouge 540 is about 300 bucks or so. So I would definitely suggest you guys try this fragrance. You might like it a little bit more because it is a little bit heavier, a little bit darker. There's more going for it because you have, like I said, on my skin, MFK 540 is a little bit more linear. This one here transitions and you have all these beautiful notes like the boozy accord of the whiskey, the roasted coffee, and of course it's a tiramisu dessert. So if you have a sweet tooth, I think you're gonna like this one a little bit better. Needless to say, with MONTALE fragrances, you can expect beast performance. This stuff here is nuclear. 2 sprays will last 10 plus hours. If you spray your clothes, it'll be there the next day. The projection is going to be insanely powerful for the first 2 hours, so don't do more than 2 sprays. For the weather right now, it's really hot. It's going to be more than enough. When it gets colder out, fall and winter, you can go a little bit heavier, maybe 4 sprays. But but no more than that because, like I said, this stuff is nuclear. Needless to say, sillage and centre is amazing with Sensual Instinct. You're definitely going to get notices and compliments. This here has blown my expectations because I've gotten so much compliments. I do get compliments with Baccarat Rouge 540, but this one here was just a little bit above and beyond. Sensual Instinct is definitely a fragrance for everyone. Anyone can enjoy this if you like this kind of fragrance, oriental, spicy, you know, a little bit gourmand. If you like whiskey, the notes we talked about, I think this is definitely androgynous. A guy, a gal can pull this off beautifully. You can dress this up, dress it down. Could be a great signature scent, an awesome date night scent, romantic if you're going out clubbing, if you're going out with the boys. My final thoughts on Sensual Instinct, definitely a great release from Montale this year of 2019. I do enjoy this one a lot. It definitely climbed up the charts. I have about 10 fragrances from Montale, this being the 10th one, so it's right now at least on my top 5 favorite Montales of all time. It tells you how much I love this one. Please let me know down in the comments, have you tried Sensual Instinct? And if so, what are your thoughts on this one? And of course, let me know what your top 3 or top 5 are from the House of Montale. Perhaps in the future, I'll do a good, bad, ugly, an overall assessment of this particular house. And ladies and gents, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for your support. As always, remember, fragrance is emotion in motion. So wear what truly moves you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.